Hey everybody, it's Deb. Welcome to my channel, Free Spirit Intention. And today we're going to have a reading on this week is a very spiritual, it's what would you call it? Reset. And it's dealing with the Saturn retrograde. But first I want to tell you from the 14th, 15th on to the 20th, I want to tell you what you need to look out for or what you need to know what's going on. And then we'll get into the other. Okay, so Moon in Pisces on the 14th and the 15th. It's a time for introspection, emotionally sensitive, and connect with intuition. On the 16th and 17th is the moon is in Aries, a burst of energy, confidence, initiative, take bold actions, and pursue your goals, okay? On the 17th, the last quarter moon in Aries, good time to clearing things out, cleaning things up, and finishing projects, all right? July 18th, Mercury goes retrograde in Leo, affects communication, creativity, and self expression. All right. And the 18th through the 20th, Moon is in Taurus, a shift towards stability, patience, practical thinking, building a solid foundation. The moon's journey through Pisces, Aries, and Taurus will help you process emotions, take bold actions, and ground yourself in stability. Okay, so that's dealing with this week. This week is a very important week. It's the third week in July. And if you've ever noticed that a lot of times the third week of every month, there is something, it's a pretty powerful week. Usually you sign contracts, usually there's different things that are going on, but usually the third week in any month is a very, what would you call it? A very either expressive in finances or something to that a bit, or personal things that are going on. It always seems to be the third week. Okay, so this portal that's going on for this week, it's an internal portal. That means it's dealing with changes within yourself, okay? So, let us get started. On the 15th, Saturn continues to retrograde in Aries in a shift in your internal timeline. This is a karmic checkpoint. This happens only every 3 decades. Every 30 years, this portal actually happens because the portal is inside yourself. Saturn is known as the keeper of the soul contracts, an architect of karma. When Saturn is retrograde, it's about no more pretending, highlighting on your choices, things you haven't dealt with, past things that you stuff. Now in Aries, which Aries is about identity, fire, drive, action, but Saturn slows it down for a recalibration, review of a foundation, a karmic realignment of what you started and who you're becoming. And if your foundation is capable, and it's like this, is your foundation capable of withstanding these changes? That is what a lot of it, the foundation has to have good structure. It has to be strong. Okay. Saturn retrograde is about the truth that you ignore, your old patterns you said that you would stop doing, but it still lingers. Saturn put in Aries, this retrograde points out the parts that you're trying to let go, the things that you have no direction with, you know, the BS side of you, the non-honest, like what you present to the world, or the figment, the masks that you show that this is what you are and stuff, when really, when it goes with, when nobody's watching you, who are you really? And this is what this portal, this retrograde in Saturn, is all about. Okay, so the next 4 months, being in a slow unraveling, this is supposed to free you. Okay, it's like peeling that onion, so many layers, so many, you know, um, confusion of different things, things that you have to be aware, bring to the surface, because this Saturn retrograde is going to do just that, to free yourself, because you're not letting go of things you outgrown, forgotten the real, forgotten who you really are. You wear this mask for society, for your friends, for everything. You wear this mask, and which is truly false. It's not who you are. And this portal, this internal portal, is going to bring out the shadow parts of you, the things that is hidden, that you stuff. Okay, your mistakes, the masks you've worn because you've forgotten who you truly are. When this shift happens, you may feel very tired. You may feel you need to revisit old goals, old situations, old people that have been in your past. This is the work of Saturn. It strips away the noise. Aries energy wants to just move forward. They just want to just, like whatever you don't deal with, okay, that's fine. Let's go. Let's just continue to move forward. But Saturn's not going to allow this, because Saturn's all about, you know, um, the karmic things that you hold on to, and the pain of the past and all that stuff. Wants you to Aries just wants to say, oh, let's just put it back where I've stuffed it, and let's continue forward. Uh, but Saturn being in retrograde says, not till you understand your actions and have to do with your truth about yourself. So it's got to match your action and who you truly are and stuff. And Aries is just saying, let's just go forward. Let's just go forward and just, screw that. And I don't want to deal with that. But but remember, Aries is all about identity, action, and stuff like that. So let's continue. Saturn is reworking your timeline. Example, you might feel resistance around something that you've been pushing for months. All of a sudden, it doesn't interest you. Things that used to matter no longer matters to you. Friendships might not might not fit with you anymore. I mean, certain people, or your goals, you're not wanting the same thing anymore. You want to do something that you're not even interested in, your old goals. This is what's going on internally. Saturn is clearing, but it will show you the root reasons. It will show you what your shadow is, what you're stuffing, what you're not dealing with. Okay. But when it shows you that, it will help you clarify who you are. When all the falseness is removed, then you will see your true self. It brings to the surface your doubts, urges, memories that you keep that keeps resurfacing because you have not dealt with the past pain. So therefore, this 7 days, this is going to resurface. It's not going to be easy, guys. It's going to be not easy at all. Anybody that is going into this recalibration of one's purpose and one's releasing the mask, this is not going to be an easy week. Saturn is giving you the space to realign, to rebuild, and it's lasting for months to become honest and stop pretending. So Saturn retrograde in Aries brings you face to face the version of yourself that you have buried or forgotten till November 27th. You are going to be going through this. Saturn peels away the illusions. It's all about who are you when nobody's around? Who is the genuine person? Who is the person that doesn't put up this front? That's not, you put up a front with friends, with colleagues, with situations. This is all about stripping all of that and being your authentic self, not apologizing for it. And if people can't understand it, well, then the people don't understand it. It's about not playing small anymore, being who you truly are and being proud of who you are. Okay. Like I said, it's to the 27th. This is November 27th. This is how long it's going to last. Like I said, who are you when nobody's around? You feel old patterns return that you thought you were done with. Yeah, you thought that you were already done with that crap. And then all of a sudden, people, places, and things, they might be different people, different places, but the same situations keep reoccurring and reoccurring and reoccurring. It's all talking about accountability. When you take the pain or take the situation and you bring it up forward and you see it for the way it is, not anyway, not masked, not just so you can get through it, just BSing yourself. You see it the way that it is. Okay? The question is, are you moving in alignment with your true self or chasing an outdated version? Are you setting boundaries or are you building walls? This portal is going to end your old life, your old person that you were, the old person, because this is all about growth. This is for the next 7 days, guys, okay? This version of that's been hidden under layers of survival programming. Okay, let me read that again. The version of you that's been hidden under layers of survival programming. That's how you are right now. Okay, because that is what you've been programmed to survive. Okay, the shift. So pay attention here. It's about your truth. You won't be operating in your frequency of before July. It may feel heavy because you are doing a realignment. It is really, this week is very, very, very a deep spiritual growth. Okay. You're not losing yourself. You're shedding the version that was built on survival, not expansion. It's an energetic rebirth to bring you back into sync with your true self, with your true life. The next 7 days is bringing currents of energy to reshape, bring forth your internal truth. The more in tune, the more you'll notice patterns, like people reacting to your presence or without understanding, or technical glitches, or emotional surges, dreams that are more real than your waking life, okay? When you move fast, clarity hides. This is the time to take it slow. Take it, realize that, hey, it's a rebirth. It's a recalibration. Okay, so it's telling you if you move fast move fast through this, clarity hides. When you slow down, you catch what others miss. The next phase is releasing what was never yours to carry. Oh, Lord. Yeah, can you imagine? All that generational crap. You see how much your identity was built in your reaction to pain. How many of your choices were made to avoid rejection, not to align with not to align with truth? The realization will hurt. Yes, when you start aligning with truth, it will hurt. It'll be emotional. But in the end, it will be powerful. But after comes power to reset, to clarity, your choice to continue, what ends here, or what you decide ends here. What are you going to do? Are you going to have clarity and move forward? Or are you going to have these boundaries or have these walls and you're in a loop? Okay? But remember, emotions are not problems to fix. It's energy to process. You need to process it, not continuing to stuff it, to bury it. The next few days, honor your feelings. So the next 7 days, honor these feelings. You're dissolving false layers of yourself so your true self can be. And when that happens, revelation, your energy calibrates with the right people, the right opportunities, all because you started being your true self. You're living in your true life. You're having your true purpose. This spiritual calibration of rewiring what you value. This is the time to write your true story. It's not the time to prove yourself it's time to remember your true self. You don't have to explain your growth to people who haven't started theirs. I mean, what's the point? They're not going to understand because they're not even close to even starting anything, okay? The moment that you choose honor your own energy, you own truth, you own timing. You walk away from playing small to release or take off the mask and stand in your true self with no apologies for your clarity, your purpose. We're not talking about perfection, guys, but we no longer will betray our inner truth. This is what this portal is all about, this internal portal. You realize you've never been broken. You've awakened to a version of yourself that was buried. The old self that was shaped in fear is gone, and you won't forget who you truly are now. With clarity, direction, truth, you choose peace over proving. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. All you need to do is release this mask, this fakeness, and be your authentic self, because you're going to feel a lot better. Being without your, being who you truly are and announcing this is who I am now, because it's always been who you were, but you have put a mask on and you did this to survive different things that have made you have to survive. And that is why that you do not present yourself in your unique fashion. So this portal is internal. It comes up every 30 years that some people will just not even go through this because they're not even into who they truly are. And they will walk their life with blinders on and not care and play small. That's not what you want to do. You want to be and show. You don't even have to prove it to anybody, but you need to prove it to yourself that you are unique. And you need to let the things go, that survival mode, because now you're you're an adult. You don't have to live in a survival mode anymore. Okay? So this is your reading on this internal portal plus this third week in July, and I hope this resonates with you. And I really appreciate your time. Peace be with you all. Until the next time, guys, take care, okay? Bye bye.